Well, good morning, Nicholas. I've opened your plan by the process of elimination in Sheet Premier X5, and I programmed it just in, I don't remember what software you have. I programmed it so it could be opened in Home Designer uh, titles if that's what you have. So anyway, you should be all set. We shall see. First thing I noticed about this when I created the overview is this window here is what's up in the dialog box on it. You got it set to use default, which is probably single hung. And windows like this are normally not, don't have sashes. So I'm going to make it fixed. It's no big deal, but I thought I'd point that out. Next thing is, I like to create a terrain plane for my plans. I'm going to go over to terrain and create a terrain perimeter. Whoops. It looks a little bit nicer. I'm going to open the dialog box on the terrain object, and I'm going to set a thickness I don't care about. Elevation I care about. I'm going to uncheck auto calculate, and I usually set them to about 7 inches because that's per code. You're supposed to have about 7 inches here, so you get the idea. Next thing, just cosmetically, see you got a 4-inch slab there just kind of hanging in the air. And I don't know if that's a deck or if it actually has a foundation, but cosmetically speaking, I'm going to give it a foundation. We'll go over here to the reference display, if I can find it in old version X5. Where is that? I don't see it. That's color, show sheet. There it is. Okay, I found it. Now I'm just going to use, keep this simple and not make it real complicated. Where's the wall break tool? It's been a while since I used X5. Okay, I want to alter that. Whoops, it didn't break. I'm going to break that wall. Maybe it broke this. No, it's not breaking. Okay. Well, what the hell? I'll just pull this back. We'll use the same wall. I just want to get a foundation under it. I'm not trying to make things overly complicated. Okay, is that closed? Yeah, that's closed. Okay. Now I'm going to click here and make sure that these are lined up. I'm going to use the arrow keys and move it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Align with wall above. Same thing here. I'm going to move it with the arrow keys until I get the out of alignment indicator. There we go. There it is. Left click. And we don't want that sticking out. Now these lines are real thick because show line weight is turned on. I don't know if you did that or I did that, but I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to turn the reference display off, but I no longer need that. And we'll go back to the overview. You'll see it looks a little bit cleaner, a little more realistic. Now the posts, it's really simple if you know how, and of course I know how. I'm going to take these walls and shift select them as a group and open their dialog box. And currently they're invisible. I want them visible. But if they're just visible, well then they look, see there's the post already appeared, but we need to change the settings so it doesn't look so goofy and we don't need the railing and so forth. Oh, this one didn't, that one's still marked invisible. Oh, well, no. Oh, it's no locate. Okay. That's why those lines are dashed. Okay. I'm going to open these again. And I don't want them no locate. No locate means dimensions won't locate those walls, and there's no reason for these not to be located. Anyway, we're going to go over to rail style, and I'm going to specify railing. And I don't want a half post. And I want, see these blotchy things? That means that some of the settings of these three walls are different from each other. Okay. I don't want raised bottom. I don't want a bottom rail. And yeah, I want a half post. I want post to beam for all the walls. See, there's the post, there's the beam. And that's what was mystifying you, I think, from your email. And we want, now it's over here, it says no change. Well, I want no rail, which means no balusters. So now we just have posts and we have a beam. Now I'm going to go over to newels and balusters, and I want to find newel width. Okay, railing height. Well, this doesn't matter since there's no railing, so I don't care about that. Newel width, I want that set to at least for like a 4x4, 3.5 inches. So now we got 4x4s for posts, or newels in this case. And I'm going to uncheck the way it looks in plan view from the default, and I want to draw the newels and balusters. I want to see them in plan view. And there's a newel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these are beams above. Now I'm going to go back to the overview so you can see what that now looks like. If you want to change the spacing on these posts, you just click on the wall to select it, open its dialog box, and you'll see that there's a newel type, which is just square, and the on-center spacing. If you want to have fewer posts, we'll just raise this figure like from 96 to 11 feet. You see now there's fewer posts, but that put a post right in front of the front door. So maybe that's not what we want. So let's open this. And we'll change the spacing to 20 feet, 240 inches. Okay, now that makes 3 posts, but it still puts a post right in front of the front door, which I don't particularly like. So I'm going to open that again. Trying to open it. There we go. We'll change the spacing from 20 feet to 12 feet, 144. See what that looks like. Well, we're still getting the center post right here. Another thing you can do to control where the posts go is use a doorway. Go over here to doorway, and we'll put a doorway right in front of the front door. And see, it puts a post on both sides of the doorway. And now you can manually control where those posts go. I'm going to put one here and drag this doorway edge over here. See, you can set them by the spacing, and you can put a doorway in. I think, but you get the idea. You can control this. And, oops, we missed something there. You go down there, and there's a gap there that, oh, I see what happened. Kind of, sort of. We turn the reference display back on. Maybe it's out of alignment. Yeah, it's out of alignment. We'll move it over until I get the out of alignment indicator. We'll check that, and that looks better. And I think I want to make the terrain plane thick enough to cover up the foundation footings below, so we'll change the thickness to 66 inches. I just double clicked on the terrain and made it thicker to cover that up. And I think that's all you need based on what you were complaining of in your email. You ought to be able to make this into plans now. And if you want to alter this, now you know how to, change the spacing on the posts and the number of posts and so forth. I hope this helps you, Nicholas. And top of the morning, literally it's 4 a.m. On Tuesdays, I go to a dialysis clinic, and I have to go there, get up really early, and that's the reason I did this now and at this time of the day. But I'm happy to do it. Hope this helps you and other people. Thank you. Good day.